Hello, this is our final project about how to improve the SFO airport. My name is Susu Chen, and first let me introduce about our agenda. We divided our final project into 4 parts, including the CONOVA, and then the framed questions, and the analysis, including 5 parts, and finally come to our conclusions and recommendations. First, about our CONOVA, we identified San Francisco is now facing the pressure of being the ideal choice for travelers, and we are going to report to the executives of SFO Commission, figuring out the results of actions, hopefully to help SFO achieve #1 ideal airport for the premium travelers. To achieve that goal, we have 4 needs. The first one is the key factors dragging us most from being the #1 airport. And the second is what are our competitors' performance and identify our weakness. And third one is premium customers' expectations and where our current situation is. And the last one is plan for how to allocate our resources so that we can better enhance our performance. And about our vision, our first vision is to achieve their SFO's #1 objective with different analytics tools, and then identify which factors in the survey are of most importance, and finally it's figure out the improvement. We hopefully the outcome of our project will be make changes and allocate budgets to weak performances, especially like shopping facilities. And next is use the outcomes into their operation to delete non-value added activities. And the last one is to improve customer satisfaction, and finally to make revenue growth. About our framed questions, we have 3 questions. The first one is, what are the effects for each aspect against the overall impression of SFO? And what are the dominant factors that impact the overall impression of SFO? And the last one is how to propose to deploy these factors, and what business rule changes are suggested to be implemented. To answer those questions, we came out with 5 technical analyses, including the data cleansing, clustering, factor analysis, multi-regression, and overfitting. About the clustering, we did bar chart against time flow with demographic factors, and noticed that only the outcome is slightly positive related with the time flows. The more times of flown, the higher income level it is. So we identified 2 groups. One is high value, and the other one is low value group. And you can see from the right side, the chart shows that time flow and income is positively related. About our factor analysis, we identify the dependent variable. The overall impression equals the average of question 7, 9, 10, and 14. And we did the correlation regression and noticed that removing the variables with p-value larger than 0.05 and because p-value larger than 5% means they are not 95% confidence level for the regression model. About our correlation coefficient, we removed variables with coefficient value less than 0.3% because they are not that significant to the model, and choosing 7 variables, including sign, screens, boarding, restroom, safe, find and pass through. Next, we use the 7 chosen variables to do the multi-regression model, and here comes with the formula about our regression. SFO overall impressions equals the 7 variables multiplied with each coefficient, and you can see from the chart they are positively they are kind of linear related. Last but not least, we did the overfitting about our model. We split our database into 2 parts. 80% of our data was the training data set, and 20% was the testing data. And in order to calculate the error rate and compare the difference between the training set and the testing set, came out with 11.7% error rate, and it means that our model built with training dataset doesn't seem to be overfitting, and it can be safely used to predict overall performance of SFO given the 7 chosen variables. And here comes with our conclusion. About our conclusion, we first segment customers according to their times of flown, and segment them into high-value customers and low-value customers. And the next is to pay attention to 7 areas, including signs and directions inside SFO, information on screens and monitors, cleanliness of boarding areas, cleanliness of restrooms, the safety in the airport, the convenience level to find your way around airport, and the convenience level of passing through the security screen. And we would like to focus more on the last 3 areas, because they are highly related to the overall impressions. And based on our conclusions, we came out with our recommendations. We would recommend SFO to offer TSA pre-check to high-value passengers, and to add in more screen monitor machines to help our customers. And the last one is to check the sanitary conditions of restrooms, as well as keep the boarding areas keep the boarding areas clean more frequently. And that's the overall about our presentation. Thank you for listening.